ladies and gentlemen? It is Kevin Jackwitz here with the Kaged Review, and I'm going to review WWE SmackDown. This is for June 5th? Yes, 5th, 2018. And I'm going to be honest, after last 3 weeks, I haven't been impressed with WWE. I wasn't really wholeheartedly paying attention to everything, especially since they started out with Carmella, who is literally my least favorite person on the roster. Monday's Raw was abysmal at best. No good moments, no highlights, nothing. There was nothing redeeming about yesterday's Raw. So to see them start SmackDown with Carmella, I just turned the TV off, to be very honest. Came back, I kept checking to see if she was still on TV. Every time I saw that she was still there, click. I'm just done with that shit. If that's the best they can do, I don't want to watch anymore. I don't want to give them the ratings, and I don't want to buy the network, and I'm not going to support this shit product. That's just how I feel. So, in my coming and going, I saw that they were doing a promo package with Asuka, and I'm sure that's for their title fight, and then they did a promo package with Asuka getting beat by Charlotte Flair. I saw bits of that. So, I can kind of tell where that was going. The whole, I beat Charlotte twice. I didn't care. So Asuka finally comes out. That's when I started paying attention. Not very long after, Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose come out saying they have unfinished business with Asuka. Paige comes out and says Asuka gets to pick which one of Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville she wants to fight. Asuka picks both. So the opening match is Asuka versus Rose and Deville. Decent match for what it was. And Sonya Deville taps out to the Asuka lock at the end. Not a big deal. Honestly, nothing particularly special. After that, you get a segment where New Day is talking to Miz backstage, saying they want to apologize and let him know who's going to be the man that's going to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. And so they have a hat, and they ask Miz to draw a name, and that person's going to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Of course, doesn't work like that. It's cake batter in the hat, pancake batter. I don't know. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's stale. I don't know. Luke Harper versus Carl Anderson after that. This is going into the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match at Money in the Bank. So it's got stakes there. Luke Harper is a beast most of the match, runs it, and Carl Anderson comes out with a win at the end, very surprisingly. So that was cool. I actually did kind of like that. Then you got Aiden English and Lana versus Jimmy Uso and Naomi. Jimmy and Naomi did a real quick segment where they were, talking about welcome to the Uso Penitentiary. They're gonna, take care of Lana for giving Naomi the cheap shot last week. Not a bad match, but not a good match either. It was just kind of there. It was like, kind of going through the motions, and I think that is Aiden English to blame for that a lot, and Lana. Neither one of them are the greatest wrestler. The Usos I'm always a big fan of, and Naomi she's really talented. Some of the things she does is not my shtick personally, like I just don't get into it. I think my problem with it is it just comes across a little too ghetto-centric at times, and you're definitely not in the ghetto, so it doesn't work for me. It just doesn't. Then you get backstage, contract signing. Paige is moderating a meeting backstage with AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. It's your basic contract signing. AJ Styles says, I know why you got to take all these cheap shots because you can't beat me one-on-one. Nakamura just feeds his fire. AJ Styles pops Nakamura once after signing the contract, leaves Nakamura. signs a contract, and that's the end of that. Charlotte versus Becky Lynch is the next match. And it was a decent match, but there were a couple of spots where Charlotte was out of place, just a little bit awkward in some of the movements. And I'm a really big fan of both women. They're really, really good. And I think they kind of made up for, the slight mistakes at the end of the match. But, on a show like this where it's already kind of abysmal, I'm picking shit apart because, honestly, I don't think that WWE has been this bad, period, ever. And a lot of it has to do, I think, with the people that they're hiring for their stars. And I could give you a rather large list of people that I just don't give a shit to see as WWE superstars. They don't fit the fucking make and model. They have no personality, they suck in the ring, and it's like, why hire them on if there's nothing there? I don't get it. Baron fucking Corbin, we're now going to see him every week. Carmella cannot wrestle at all. She's a women's champion. But there's actually a big list of names right now that I'm just like, why? Why are they here? I don't get it. And so the product is suffering really bad right now for lack of talent. Honestly, it's suffering really bad. So after that, Becky Lynch gets Charlotte in the disarmer. Becky Lynch gets the win, which I really did like. I think she needs more wins. I think she's deserving of more wins. After that, Charlotte, Becky, they hug it out, and Becky does a little celebration, and that's that. Then Sasha interviews Samoa Joe backstage. Samoa Joe is always good at promos, I think. I think he's one of, if not one of the biggest highlights in SmackDown, and quite frankly, WWE in general right now. Samoa Joe can really bring it home. Then you get a backstage segment with Sin Cara. They're interviewing him about Andrade Cien Almas, how they used to be fans, blah, blah, blah. Zelina Vega interrupts him, says, I'm the person who saved Andrade. Andrade attacks Sin Cara from behind, and they have a match next week. At least they're giving somebody with a name to Andrade. Andrade is very good. I like him. I think he needs to be built with more than just faceless guys. So that's okay with me. And then you get the final match of the night, which is the New Day versus Samoa Joe, Rusev, and The Miz. Decent match at parts, corny at parts. I'm really tired of this pancake gimmick. I think it's already old as fuck and stupid. And honestly, it's kind of one of the best things they have going right now, which is pretty sad. This big bit at the end where you have Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, they're out the ring, they're down on the canvas outside the ring, and then Miz wants Rusev and Samoa Joe to grab Big E, and then Miz grabs a plate of pancakes like he's gonna smash them in Big E's face or something, I don't know, who knows. Kofi Kingston jumps on the apron, kind of distracts Miz for a minute. That allows Big E to escape, and then Miz just turns around and chucks the pancakes, and of course the pancakes hit Samoa Joe and Rusev. It's so stupid at parts, honestly. Like, this is just ridiculous. So Rusev kicks the Miz, Samoa Joe does the drop on him, and then of course they both leave the match. The Miz gets pinned, the New Day wins, and that's where they end the show. As far as SmackDowns go, this has not been my favorite that they've done lately. It's starting to go downhill too. Like, nothing WWE is doing right now is good. Like, nothing. Which sucks, because it used to be fun and it looked like it was getting better for a while, and then straight down the shitter. I'm sorry, but if you're opening up with Carmella and you're closing the show with that, I mean, your first impression and your last impression already suck. And there was a lot in the middle that left a lot to be desired, so I'm going to give this a 2 out of 10. There was a couple of things I liked about it, but not much. And this is after their 0 out of 10 for Raw. And this is right before Money in the Bank. Anytime you used to have a pay-per-view, man, you would have builds, crazy good shows. And I don't know that there is one fucking star that I can say right now could really make it in the Attitude Era. I don't think there's one star on this fucking roster right now, with maybe the exception of, I don't know, maybe Samoa Joe, maybe. The thing is, back then they had this huge thing about body image, you know, and so I think he would have been mid-card at best. At best. I mean, it's really sad the way the product has gone downhill, though, because there's so many people here, so many new guys that don't know how to tell a story in the wrestling matches, so you have to hope that you can rely on your in-ring work. And a lot of their in-ring work just is not up to par. And a lot of these people on microphones are fucking laughable at best. So, I don't know, man. I mean, I said I'm not going to be watching Raw for a while because it's been an absolute disappointment to watch. I don't know, man. I might not. I mean, I just might back away from WWE altogether for a while. It's really just, it's sad to see. So that's where I'm at. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you think I'm being too harsh or if you agree and that, like, the product has really, really gone downhill. If you enjoyed the review, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackowitz. Kaged Nation out.